Well, I'm going to practice some stuff. So basically, what I want for you to do is we have different snare selections, and we recorded a bunch of them last night, and I came down to 3 that I really like. There's the tight, perfect. There's the big, perfect, and then there's the metal Tony big, perfect. So for this song, I'm bringing out the big, perfect. And I think it's going to be perfect for this song, hence the word perfect. But anyways, what I'm a little bit worried about is we went through all the songs last night. Like, we spent 6 hours miking up the drums and tweaking in all the mic pre's are dialed in, everything. And we went through and we got the click track for every song, and we got my monitoring done for every song. Like, we went through everything, so we weren't spending a half an hour between takes. So what I noticed is me playing on the kit at home, playing very conservative. Yeah. Which I know we're trying to keep this somewhat poppy and stuff like that. But when I came here with the kit and I had the plethora of sounds, I would all be like, you know, and I started like going crazy. And then all of a sudden, I kind of felt like almost every song is this huge rock song, and it's not supposed to be. So we want to make sure that you're keeping me in check and not.
Yeah, I mean, if there's times where you can dial it back, like you're playing a 3-piece kit, you know, where you're just like,
right.
You remember when I gave you those examples of Incubus, and you said it sounds really cool because it's almost like a demo, but it's kind of laid back and it's got that feel to it.
Right.
You know, not just.
Right. So we want to make sure that, you know, certain songs that I'm only doing that.
Right.
Other songs like this song, and I think this song I think is pretty straightforward rock.
It is. It's pretty straightforward.
And I think Disease is going to be even a little bit more like punchier, you know, just a little more punchier. But some of the other songs we want to kick back. And then the other thing is I have auxiliary snares and stuff that we could use as kind of like the loop intros, and then it kicks in fuller and all that stuff. But when I was playing last night and doing that, there might be the opportunity to switch the sound, even though it's one live take, switch the sound for this part and garbage it up and then flip it out and do all that. But I almost kind of feel it would be better if I actually played separate kits or parts for those parts to get a whole different thing going on. And possibly even layering a part over a part.
So it doesn't sound like the same part, just affected differently.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, that's cool, but that's the same part.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it starts to lose its energy because it's like the loops that I use in my Apple loops.
Right, right.
All right.
Well, what I like is certain songs you have like this loop and then a different loop came in and then a different loop. And I kind of want my drum parts to be that way, so I don't want it just to be like, oh, we just turned on an effect.
No.
So that's the stuff that I really want to make sure that you're keeping me in check with.
Okay.
Well, that'd be cool, but let's do this. You know?
So the code word is, how do you feel about
that? He's laughing. How do you feel about that take, Jim?
The first time I ever recorded with him was like, date myself here, it was like 12 years ago.
That's a long time ago.
When Darren and I first did Beneath the Blue, we came back in and we did it. And he'd always be like, I was singing my guts out in there, like, yeah, this is like my first time in the studio. You know, everyone's always telling me what a great voice I have, and I'm in the studio, da 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 da. And he's in the chair, he's like, so how'd you feel about that?
You want the extra snares in there?
What's our overall impression?
Just a couple things. Two things. There were a couple things I thought was really awesome. He threw in like little fills like in between where I wasn't expecting them. They sounded really good.
Okay.
But the two main things are when it goes to that.
He wants to try the extra snare in the main.
I don't know if to do it in the first verse or the second verse. The first verse could be good, but throw in the dun 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 dun. You're kind of doing that as opposed to just like kind of boom, ta 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 boom, ta 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 boom, ta ta.
More snares in.
Boom, boom. More ghosted snare. You
Yeah,
know?
more ghosted.
Unless we're thinking about throwing a loop under that, where if you, it would leave room if you didn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I am doing a bunch of drags in there. Was that?
Tap, tap, boom, tap. That's what you're doing. You're kind of leaving some air in there.
Not really.
Could
Go
we
to the
listen back
second,
to one of the
second
verses?
verse.
That was perfect up until that point. Were you practicing? Was he recording? Tell you what. That was.
Just when you feel like